Welcome to another episode of Drinking After Dark, a podcast where we discuss random topics while having a few drinks. I'm your host, Darius, and as always, drink responsibly. And y'all make sure y'all follow Drinking After Dark podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe to Drinking After Dark podcast YouTube channel. Tonight, I'm not drinking on anything tonight, man. I'm just drinking on some strawberry melon brisk iced tea. And happy holidays to each and every last one of you. I know a lot of you guys are still doing y'all shopping and everything like that. Um, I know the New Year's will be here before you know it. It just seems like this whole year's been going by pretty fast. But yeah, 2026 is almost here. So I just wish all of you a happy holidays, happy New Year's, blessed and safe holidays. All right. So let's go and get into it. We got to talk about uh, some football. All right. We're going to talk about some football, college football. Now, the college football playoffs have been announced. The brackets have been set. So let's list off the teams that's in the college football playoffs. With the number one seed is Indiana. So congratulations to Indiana. Great season. Deserve to be number one. Other teams involved. You have James Madison, Oregon, Texas Tech, Alabama, Oklahoma, Tulane, Ole Miss, Georgia, Miami, Texas A&M, Ohio State. So you have those teams. Obviously, the first round would start um, December 19th and 20th with the top four seeds of the college football playoff receiving a bye. So that'll be Indiana, Ohio State, Georgia, and Texas Tech. So they all got a bye week, and the quarterfinals don't start until New Year's Eve. All right, New Year's Eve, New Year's Day. All right, y'all. So first off, congratulations to all the teams that have made it to the college football playoff. Obviously, when it comes to uh things like this, the decisions, stuff like that, there's going to be some teams that's been left out, some teams that some people feel like they shouldn't be in, because you want to put the 12 best teams in the playoffs, and the biggest one of them all is Notre Dame. All right, Notre Dame, they missed the playoffs despite going 10-2. They were ahead of Miami, who did make the playoffs, which the rankings they had Notre Dame ahead of Miami, but because of the head-to-head um, between these two schools, which Miami won uh, about 3 points, the Fighting Irish did not get into the college football playoffs. And some other teams, didn't make it as well. You could say Vanderbilt didn't make it. Um, Stuff like it's some teams in there that you can say, all right, they could have made it over some teams that's in there already. Okay. I know a lot of people point to Alabama, uh, three-loss team. They got beat pretty bad in the SEC championship game, which I believe if you make it to the conference championship game and you get beat, it's one thing to lose, but to get beat the way that you did, you should not be in. That's just my opinion. I don't think Alabama's one of the best 12 teams in the country. Don't at me. I just believe that I would have put probably Notre Dame above Alabama. But the problem with Notre Dame is this. Uh Notre Dame football. We're not talking about other sports, okay? Football, they are not in the conference. All right. Now the other sports, they're in the ACC. All right. But in football, they're independent, which actually hurts them because they're not playing that extra game to say, okay, we should be in. Um, so with them not playing in a AC in a conference hurts them because now somebody else plays in the conference that probably have a chance to win to get in. You just gave them an opportunity. So if you're Notre Dame, your sure bet to get into the college football playoff, you either have to go undefeated or you have to lose one game. And it can't be a blowout. It has to be like a really good game. Maybe this call didn't go your way, stuff like that. Uh, so it could have been like that. But Notre Dame is a team that definitely and you saw, the AD for Notre Dame going on this media tour crying about not getting into the college football playoff. Well, maybe that you got to put this football team in the conference. Put them in the ACC with the other teams, right? Other sports at your school. Or you got the Big Ten. Put them in the Big Ten. Who knows? Do something like that. Put them in that conference. Give them that extra game. Have them win that conference championship. Then you won't have anything to complain about. All right. And we all know this is a money thing too, right? Because the teams that's in the college football playoff, they share that revenue with the conference. All right. So it's not just that one team that's getting all the money. No, they share the revenue with the conference. But with Notre Dame, since they're not in the conference, the football team, they keep all the money to themselves. So again, if you're gonna do that, you're gonna have to go undefeated, or you can't lose no more than one game. All right. Um, who else? So we hear experts now talking about the two, I guess what they call them, G5 teams, James Madison, Tulane. All right, y'all. Let's get into this. Unlike college basketball, right, where you could take a mid-major team and put them against a major team or one of the top teams in the country in a NCAA tournament, March Madness. You can have upsets, right? That's what makes March Madness so great. I think March Madness will be better than to me personally, is better than the college football playoff because of the story that you have, right? The Cinderella story is the team that pretty much comes out of nowhere. Everybody is supporting them because nobody really truly believed in them. Uh, and they go as far as to the tournament, right? Y'all remember long time ago, Butler made it to the national championship. Then the following year, there wasn't a Cinderella story because they went back, even though they lost both games in the national championship game. They still made it. Um, was it Loyola Marymount, Chicago? Another Cinderella story. We have had upsets. A 16 seed has beaten a one seed in the NCAA tournament in college basketball. When it comes to football, it's a little bit different. All right. So let's talk about the first matchup, James Madison versus Oregon. Let's just be honest, this ain't gonna be a much of a game at all. Oregon is gonna, I believe, if Oregon doesn't take this game lightly, which I don't think they will, James Madison, they might start off like excited, adrenaline going and things like that. They probably just give it all that they got, but it's gonna get out of hand very quick. Um, I don't think this is gonna be a good game at all. I think it's gonna be a at least a 30-point blowout, at least. And also think that I think this is more like what we call those games. You know how in the beginning of the season you have the big schools play the smaller schools. It's like a money game for the smaller schools. So they bring them in is because college football don't have a preseason. So they just bring them in, beat them by so many points, get other players in there to get some playing time, things like that. I believe this is what this game is going to be. So congratulations to James Madison. Heck of a season. You're in the college football playoff, but I think this is about as far as it's going to go. And I don't see you guys beating Oregon unless a miracle happens. Okay. Now with Ole Miss and Tulane. Okay, Ole Miss. I don't know how this team is going to be. This is one game where because Lane Kiffin is gone, and we could get into that, the whole scheduling, the NCAA scheduling, and all that stuff. Him leaving for LSU, which was already the talk of town of the college football. This might be a competitive game just because you have a new coach in there, new voice. We don't know how the play calling is going to go. I know Lane Kiffin took a couple assistants with him to LSU, so we don't know how this vibe is going to be. But they get a little bit of time to work on what they need to work on before this particular game. Um, it might be a competitive game at first, but I think Ole Miss will pull away when it's all said and done. If Lane Kiffin was still there, I would say, listen, it's going to be a blowout. I mean, I could say that it could be a blowout, but because Lane Kiffin is not there, um, I don't see this happening. Well, I think it will be a blowout, but I think it will come later on in the game, more so than say like you watch the first half, like yeah, we know this ain't gonna go anywhere. And I don't know how Lane Kiffin keeps getting jobs. I'm just going. I know I'm going a little off subject, but I don't see how Lane Kiffin keeps getting jobs. Right, wherever he goes, he turns the program around, or it doesn't work. Now, if it doesn't work, I get it. All right, but to me, this was his chance to win a national championship. He didn't take it. Now, I'm not mad at that he left, right? Because it's a scheduling thing. That's an NCAA problem. We all would leave jobs if they offering us like more money, right? Right. So you can't get mad at that. But this was the season where you felt like he could truly compete for a national championship with this team. And I think Ole Miss probably have a chip on their shoulder. You never know. They're probably playing for something bigger. Got that chip on their shoulder, so we'll see. But those two games, yeah, I definitely the James Madison Oregon game is not going to be a good game. Tulane, Ole Miss could surprise some people, but think it still will be a blowout. Another game I want to talk about is this Alabama Oklahoma game. Sometimes I don't understand what the committee is looking at when it comes to making decisions of the top 12 teams. If anything, I probably would have if I had to make a choice. I would have taken Alabama out, put Notre Dame in. I don't think Alabama showed that they belong in the college football playoff. But you're in the playoffs now, anything can happen. Um, so that game is probably gonna be a good game. Definitely a good game. But as it goes, the college football playoffs is set. Y'all let me know who you guys have winning the college football playoff. For me, I don't know, man. For whatever reason, man, I think either Georgia or Ohio State probably going to win the national championship. To me, that's just how it is. Because I believe these two are going to meet up in the semifinals. I believe so. All right. Whoever wins that game, I believe is going to win the national championship. So that's just my opinion. Y'all let me know who you guys have. How do y'all feel about the bracket itself? Who you think should have been in? Who you think should have who would have you taken out of the college football playoff? And just let me know. Just let me know in the comment section. All right. Definitely let me know in the comment section because I am uh I'm really curious to see what people and let me know if y'all think this is gonna be a good college football playoff, right? Uh we all know sometimes a team is like that movie any given Sunday, anything can happen. So y'all let me know what y'all feel, how y'all feel about um this particular playoffs. All right. Even though we're sticking with football and everything, obviously, um, Daniel Jones was having a great season. Unfortunately, tore his Achilles. Um, my Pittsburgh Steelers, we all know how it goes. Them, Baltimore, you don't know who's going to win those games. Doesn't matter where they're playing at. It's going to be a rugged style, hard fought game. Uh, and I don't know who that O line is for the Ravens. I forgot his name, but oh boy, I'm not a Ravens fan. I'm a Steelers fan, but I gotta call it like I see it. That guy, yeah, I don't know how he was still playing. I don't know how he was still playing unless the backup that you really wanted is hurt, and the other backup is not as good. But if you know you got a weakling on the offensive line, you got to do everything in your power to protect him, and that's not what it is. So, but obviously, by the end of the day, we're coming into the later part of the football season. I know a lot of people who, when you look at the teams now in the NFL, obviously the Patriots are have the best record in the league. Um, I know a lot of people are excited to see the Kansas City Chiefs come back down to basically on the outside looking in. That doesn't mean they can't make it. They're still in the hunt, but they're not going to win their division. They already eliminated from winning their division. So they can still make it, but they don't look good. They don't look good. Those receivers don't look good at all. Um, obviously it's a lot going on around the league, a lot. But later part, so these teams are really trying to get in the playoff form. If not, they already in that form because they're trying to make it to the playoffs. Some trying to win their division. So we'll see how that goes. I want to switch gears real quick. I want to talk about this, not football related. It is the holiday season, and you know, like they say, the happiest time of the year. I just want to say something to the retailers out there who's playing their holiday music, right? I want y'all to know, I understand Mariah Carey's All I Want for Christmas Is You, one of the biggest, if not the biggest Christmas song ever made. But you don't have to play the song 50,000 times in a day. There's other great Christmas songs out there that you can play. Let It Ride Out. A lot of people, when they hear that song, they get turned off. Um, and there's nothing against Mariah. This ain't her fault. This has nothing to do with Mariah Carey. This ain't her fault. Uh she created a classic Christmas song, but there are others. So I don't know who's in charge of y'all at y'all corporate headquarters of the music and all that stuff, but there's other great holiday songs out there. Y'all can play that too. Y'all can play that. Y'all don't have to play the same songs all the time, you know? And uh, I know a lot of people who are this is another thing too. I want you guys to put in the comments. Uh ideas, holiday desserts, sweets or whatever, or even drinks, right? Um, please comment below. I want to try some out during the holidays, and things like that. Obviously, I'm going to be watching Christmas mu movies and everything too, all the way up through Christmas Eve. For whatever reason, I don't watch Christmas movies on Christmas Day. I'm watching games and stuff like that, hanging out. excuse me, hanging out with the family. So let me know what I should try. I know I'm gonna try some boozy brownies. That's for sure. I'm gonna try out some boozy brownies and hey, we'll see how that goes. Definitely see how that goes. All right. So please put in the comments what I should try and any ideas. Any ideas, um, games, whatever, please comment below. Um, Once again, make sure y'all follow Drinking After Dark podcast on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Also, you can catch the episodes on YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, wherever you listen to podcasts. Please tell your friends and family about it. Thanks, guys, for tuning in with me tonight. Um, can't wait, man. 2026 is almost here. This whole month has been going by pretty quick. Matter of fact, uh, it's been going by pretty quick since Halloween. So, and I just wish all you a safe and happy holidays. All right. Until next time, I'm Darius from Drinking After Dark, but we out. Peace.